Welcome back to Ozzy on Chain. This is episode 6, and we are talking about one of the videos posted by HappyCatty Crypto on YouTube. I wanted to do this for quite some time, and I will definitely continue to review, to comment, and to provide my feedback on what HCC and other influencers are saying about LUNC. But before we start, I just want to thank to my free subscribers now and the people who liked and commented on my last 5 videos. If you are a LUNC fan, I really appreciate if you subscribe and leave your feedback in the comments below. I promise that I will read them all and I will also reply to your comments. Um, okay, so let's start. Basically, what I'm planning to do is to review the what HappyCatty Crypto just said recently in this video. United Vision, new LUNC volunteer task force. I will leave the link in the comments below for you guys to check it as well. I think it's a very good video. You really need to watch it. Um, I agree with some points that HCC is bringing up here, and but with some others, I think there is room for discussion there. So let's uh, let's start, right? First of all, volunteer task force. I think this is a great idea. We definitely need a forum to discuss. And before we take any decision, I just really want to emphasize the fact that so far the all the so most of the proposals were just put out there on the governance without any math behind, without knowing exactly what will happen. But in some cases, in most of them, we can the math could easily have been done, and more educated decision could have been taken. But definitely having a volunteer task force, this is a good thing. I really want to join this task force. So HCC, just shoot me a message or leave me a comment. I want to know how I can join this task force, how other people can join this task force. I think it's a great idea. So let's do it. And now let's go to this high level vision. Um, First, enhance payment for development teams. In an effort to increase transparency and incentivize project completion, we propose the creation and implementation of a paid per milestone mechanism. Well, I was really surprised to find out that we don't have this already. How do we function? This is just to pay developers and hope that they will do the work as it was mentioned uh, in the proposal. That's not the way it should happen. We are talking about here people a chain. We are talking about here about millions of dollars in value. So we cannot play with people's money. We cannot leave developers to do what they what they want without any control. So definitely this is a very good proposal. It should be on top of the list. We need to pay developers by milestone. We need to make sure so somebody, I would say the validators should uh, be the ones to validate the code that was provided by the developer, and after that the payment should be done. So we should have an agreement at the beginning with the validator. We should have the milestones, how much each milestone will be paid, how much developer will receive for each milestone, and after the code is delivered, somebody should be, I would say the validators should check that indeed the code is as per the requirement, and then the funds should be released to the developer. Okay, this is a very good proposal. So uh, let's see it up on the governance. Then, second, incorporate a built-in discussion paradigm into the official Terra Classic wallet. This is about, again, creating a forum for everybody to discuss ideas. Definitely, I think this is a great idea. I think that there will be some people who will be more vocal, a bit more knowledge. I don't know. They will have uh, more followers. They will know how to talk and their ideas maybe will be followed and implemented more. But nevertheless, to have such a module is good. One thing, guys, we need to make sure that okay, it's great to talk, but at some point we need to draw the line. We need to take the conclusion and to move. So talking without action, it doesn't have any sense. So we need to talk, but also to action, and we need to understand from the beginning that not everybody will agree. So it should be just with will not everybody will agree with everybody. So it should be just a discussion forum, and after that proposals. It would be great, right? To be the starting point for building proposals and to put proposals on the governance that have the support of the community. So not all sorts of proposals like we see now. Okay, let's move to. I'm looking for the third point. Okay, now we have more details here. So infrastructure alternatives, potential cost reduction. This is a good point again. Uh, we have this endpoint infrastructure from all nodes, and we have an endpoint from Hexagon. Hexagon is charging us like crazy for this endpoint, while all nodes is providing it for free. Now, my proposal here is the following. HCC, you are basically, you have a validator, you are with the chain for more than a year, you have some people in your circle that are really knowledgeable on the technical side. So I would suggest for you to build an endpoint and to make it cheaper than Hexagon, and just we just we will just use your endpoint and all nodes and remove Hexagon. And second, definitely if there is potential to reduce costs, uh, some other departments, that's great because look, guys, we are really in a period of uh, uncertainty. This is not financial advice. This is just my opinion, but I think you already know that China is in deep problems with financial problems, with real estate. Some other problems will come up as well. The currency and so on. In the United States and Europe, we have high rates. We have inflation that is pushed up by wages, so it's more stickier than people thought. And I don't think that rates will go down soon. So definitely, this is a time when investors don't invest that much, and you can really easily look at this by checking the volumes on Nasdaq or on the New York Stock Exchange. Uh, so it's not LUNC specific. I see people that are very unhappy with the price for LUNC or whatever the volumes, but it's not LUNC specific. It's across the board. Investors don't invest that much. They moved to fixed income. For those of you who know about fixed income, in bonds, in other assets, they are moving away from riskier assets. So basically, in a market like this, everybody is, and this is something that you will not hear from your usual LUNC influencer, because these guys are only talking about some things that are just reading from the press, not doing too much research behind, but and don't have too much experience on the markets, to be honest. They are just following the, let's say, the trend. If whatever sells, that's great. They make a video. But coming back to the markets, and again, this is not financial advice. This is not financial advice. This is just how I see things. Uh, do your own research before you invest, or you uh, do whatever with your money. Um, People are moving, investors are moving to risk-free assets like treasury bonds. It will take a while until the market will stabilize. I think we will see a recession, so investors will stay in that risk-free assets. When the market will stabilize, investors will gradually move to more riskier assets. Unfortunately for LUNC, we are very risky asset. So it will, as I see it, it's treasury bonds, it's maybe real estate, then it's stocks. But here the most important ones like the Nasdaq 100, like Amazon, like Tesla. So this will see the first investments, the first increases in volumes, in price on in the crypto market. Bitcoin, this is what happened a few years ago as well. So Bitcoin was going up while the other cryptos were actually going down. So Bitcoin will go up, and when everything will be pink like in the Barbie movie, uh, and people will start to uh, care less on where they put their money, they will be more uh, risk takers, because everything will be just be fine in the world, no worries. Then we will see increase in LUNC and other chains, riskier chains as well. But until that, this is how it is. We need to understand that the price may go even more, even down, lower than this, and we just need to wait, build, and make sure that everything goes well. So if we can reduce the cost, this is definitely a time to reduce the cost. All the companies are reducing the cost, so we need to think about LUNC as a company, because basically this is what it is. We are a company, we are providing a product, we are we are selling a product to developers to use our product for developing apps. We are in competition with other chains, which are other companies basically, and so on. So we need to see it this way. We need to market it and so on. But on this, I will do another video because it's a long discussion. Okay, but my proposal for HCC is, as I said, build the endpoint, and let's move from away from Hexagon. Let's move to your endpoint, make it cheaper, and definitely we will follow. We will move. Okay, let's go to the fourth point. Enhancing security for on-chain voluntary KYC. I think this is a great idea, and I stress on the word voluntary. So we don't. What the idea says is that developers should be able to uh, input some details about them, so we really know who they are, know their history. Uh, this will bring more trust. Uh, I think from the investors, from everybody, knowing who are the people that are developing for us. I stress the word voluntary. It's very important that it's voluntary. We don't want to make it mandatory. We are still this is a new economy, right? And we need to. We are not a communist. We are not in the communist era anymore. Implement a dynamic commission module for validators. So here, what HCC is saying that look, we have a Nakamoto index of 4. This means that the 4 top validators can actually have the power to implement anything on the chain if they agree. So basically, what HCC is saying that the commission should be higher for validators that have higher voting power. I don't think this is a good idea. Again, this is more like a communist idea. We are living in a democratic, in a free world. Uh, don't penalize people that are doing more and that manage to bring more votes or more uh, holders to stack with them. Why should we do that? No, we should find a way for decentralization, but in a natural way, not force it. We are not communists. We want to make sure that everybody is looking at LUNC democratic as a democracy, not as a communist state. Uh, so all nodes 17% voting power right now. Uh, Indeed, that's a lot. They are definitely doing a lot for our chain with the endpoint. They are not charging anything. Um, so maybe it's okay for them to have 17%. I think it's the other validators that should really do the work and uh, and uh, uh, and try to gain more uh, coins to win more holders. It's not like when Tesla. I don't know, for smaller validators it may seem hard, but you need to do the work. It's not like everything is it's a given. Uh, so it for a reason these guys have 17%, right? They are serious guys. It's a business behind. So I really like to know that to know that there is a business behind my money, not just some kids that have 0.1% of the voting power and all of a sudden they receive 5% because of this module. No, this is a this is a bad idea. Who wants to get more voting power, it needs to work. My example was what I wanted to say is, for example, Tesla, when they uh, came up to the market, they only almost went bankrupt. What would it was, and if we would take this example, it would have been like Tesla saying, "Look, guys, I am a small car producer. Well, you need to buy from me, I don't know, millions of cars, the same as you buy from the others, like General Motors, Ford, BMW, and so on, because we need to decentralize the distribution of cars in the world." No, it's a meritocracy. Uh, so this chain who works should get the coins. And to be honest, HCC, he's working every day for LUNC. He's posting videos every day, and we see this in the way the his numbers went up from at the beginning he had around 1% in 1% in voting power, and now HCC has around 5%. Let's see, 445. Okay, so this is a huge increase. DF LUNC, they are burning a lot. They have 5%. Okay, that's great. I'm actually stacking with HCC and DF LUNC. KuCoin, I understand that they are not building at all for the chain. Okay, this is something that we need to discuss. TCB, they are not building for the chain. Orion, not building for the chain. I don't know Interstellar Lounge if they are doing anything. All nodes, they are definitely doing things. So there's a different way to tackle this problem, and really tell people who are the validators that are building for the chain, and ask them to move coins there. But this should be the democracy. Okay, moving forward, implement a dynamic. So this is what we just discussed. Facilitate user onboarding with station on ramps. I think this relates to a module that could where so this is a module that from that can could be used for people to buy LUNC directly from the Terra station with their card. I'm not pretty sure. So guys or HCC, uh, leave some comments below, and if you have more details on this point. Um I would really like to know what this is about. 7. Introducing the introduction of the reason for vote mechanism for validators. So they would have a vote a box when they vote, and they would say there, look, this is why I voted yes, or this is why I voted no. I think this is a great idea uh, to understand what is the thought process behind voting. So yeah, I would say let's implement it. And 8, replacing the tax by a dynamic approach. Again, here we have an idea, but I don't see any math behind it. So what I would like to see here before we take any decision is to, for example, if we take the last year, how would have uh, how would the burns look like compared to what they look uh, currently? So what would have been the uh, amount burned? Um, this is we had several proposals in the past where we didn't have the math behind it. There was just guessing. Oh, it will 1.2% will be great. 0.2% will be awesome. We will have a lot more volume on the chain, and it didn't happen. Nothing happened. And we we have a chain that is very predictable right now, so we can really calculate this. So HCC, before introducing any proposal on this dynamic tax, let's see the math behind it. Let's see if it would work and what would be the benefit. As it is right now, I think that we are just messing again with the burn tax, and it's like the only idea that we have, this burn tax. Now, please check my idea on the 2% tax for unstacking. No days unstacking penalty. For no penalty. No, so for removing the 21 the penalty days penalty. So as I said, I see the chain as an economy, and you don't really want to open a business in an economy where the tax is now 10%. Next year it could be 20. In 3 years from now it could be 30 or 15. You never know what will happen. No, developers and businesses need predictability. So if we have 5%, and it seems that this works, we burn quite a lot with 5%. It's not a punitive, it's not a restrictive tax. It's not like 50%, 0.5%. It's a great tax. Let's keep it as it is. Let's think about other options. And one of the best options uh, that we have to increase the tax, the burn, is to implement this 2% tax for 0 days unstacking penalty. Basically, uh, how this would work is when you want to unstack, you would have the option to choose between wait for 21 days and pay no tax, or pay 2% tax and wait for and don't wait at all. Get your funds immediately. This will bring us a lot of money, and I've already shared with you. So sorry, this will bring us a lot of. This will burn a lot of coins, and I already did a video on this. I will leave the link to this video in the comments below. Also, I will link to the video from HCC, United Vision, new LUNC volunteer task force. Please let me know what are your thoughts. Please let me know what are your thoughts on the uh, points that were proposed by HCC. Please let me know what are your thoughts on the 2% burn tax. Please check out the video and yeah, stay healthy.